Okay, G stuff as much as possible. This is a good chance to check both hands in your whole situation for being in good position before you start. Being like this makes this position harder while we're at it. Facilitates the whoops, I'm back here like this, which is what we've been doing. Is fingers are pretty straight and my thumb's ending up behind my hand, which isn't functional as we've been seeing. What we're going for is something more like this, where if I was just playing like Everybody Hurts by REM, like which is just the four high strings, cheesy as that is, I would be just these two can move independently of each other versus things that happen back in this position, like oops, I need to use my middle finger for that. Where does my first finger go, etc. So yeah, the more you can focus on tiny sections and look at your own right hand, we're good to go. We're deliberately working on something. We're deliberately working on something that you already know how to do. Or with only slight alterations. Like your C, we're just saying play C the way you usually do. And in the G sequence, we're just changing one little thing at the end. So the only real new thing we're introducing is this G7 thing. Hey, while we're at it, you asked me about 1, 4, 5. So here's a major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. That's how it looks. It's like the 100. And then 2 frets over, like in the G sequence. Where you go then the 100 and 1, 2 frets over, and that is GDC or so. But yeah, and then just there's another songs where they're in that representation, relax and learn it, so to speak. But there it is, 1, 4, 5. Great. So pretty much just don't even allow yourself to start playing unless you've thought about your right hand technique. So yeah, we're kind of quantifying what you're doing. We're playing bass notes on the downbeat. Thumb, 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 thumb. Thumb, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So for instance, the first two beats go 1, 2, end, where you're going, bass, bass, have 1 and 2, end. So cool. Right off the bat, we have these two next to each other, and then we go your old one like that. Cool. So old one once. And the second one, same all the way to here. Instead of on the end. So if you're not used to counting, you'll start to hear this more. Nor will you be counting when you play. But we have one that goes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then we have one that goes 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Cool. Then that's low, high. So in the one we got on the page, we're going bass, bass, high, both. Or just, so your whole G pattern is going to sound like. So the only thing that changes second time through, doing the bound instead of. Great. So there's us. Awesome. And so in this one, you're going low, high, middle, high, which is actually even harder than playing just low, high, which consciously or not, when you switch to C, that's what you're doing. Low, high, cool, which is fine. So we'll just go with whatever your normal C is. But like in position, and you'll go back to G and do your whole G thing. So there's not any really new info at this point aside from technique and that at the end of the G. So if I was going to, I don't want to. Let's go ahead and just stick with memorization, but maybe pause the video now and just get up to the D, recognizing that there shouldn't really be anything that's confusing or derailing because you already know how to play this. If you adequately just go over, okay, there's this part where now I go, internalize that, and then make sure you're in good starting position where making points play something that you already know how to do. Cool. So, getting good up to there will just mean you played the G thing and, would love for you to just do one attempt, pause, reset, one attempt, pause, reset. There's too much going on to loop it. And this can be learning to count to something that you already play, just to have a better awareness of beat divisions or whatever. But it really kind of doesn't matter, except that we had to quantify what happens at the end on this, instead of booty-doo-doo. Cool. So, we've done the G a couple of times, and where you see, 1, 2. that's kind of where we're up to. Some G back to C, or excuse me, C back to G. Cool. So section, you want to just be dynamite before you try new stuff, and it's almost immaterial whether you play the whole sequence or play the song or even make it sound like the song or what tempo you play at, as we're really mostly just focused on right hand position. And while we're at it, something I haven't brought up yet in the lesson is the really fine line between being on the strings to the point where you mute them prematurely and, too far from the strings where we have to use a lot of big motion. So I've heard a bunch of where you put the finger right back on the string. So yeah, we are looking for these little picks like that as opposed to, putting it right back there. So yeah, just normal. Rather than like, oops, I put my finger literally back on the string, which is happening entirely on an unconscious level, and also a product of doing this where there's no real paddle anchor in. Cool. So yeah, I'm not like this. Also, I'm just chilling. My wrist is straight, my arm is straight. That would be one more. Awesome. So new material, you're at 630 in your video, plus minus, we get this D. D7, there it is, good common chord in a bunch of songs. And we learned that for all of our D chords, we can go play this F sharp here in the bass, which sure enough is one of the notes in the chord. We were talking about like going like G, on our way to E minor, being similar to going C on its way to A minor, and just a way to play all 6 strings on the D chord. Often either to that end or just to have a way to play finger style on D, where we're not just limited to those strings right there. Cool. So our D, we're not just going for da-da-do-do-do-da. We're going thumb, both, and that's all 4 fingers at once. Then we're going thumb, high, bass. So it's just what that sounds like. So there's our first half. This might have an inspiration issue. In tune. With that later part, any microtones out of tune. Yeah, so first half of new stuff. Second half is more like what you've been doing on the other ones. The other ones are gone. So that's what we're doing in the second half. 1, 2, 3, and 1. So we've got so the ending is making a point out of the pitch in there. So again, that's so there's our only new material, and then in the context of the song, let's go back to C, back to G. Let me deal with this once for all here. Pause. Yeah, so here's our whole song. We're going G sum, C sum, back to G, and then D, C, G, which is our normal blues form of like the 1 chord, the 4 chord, back to 1, or often 5, 4, 1. Anyway, cool. So we've got a G. Then we get to our But anything that sounds good, where you're just like playing all 3 chords, is going to be a qualifier. The changes could be shorter. It could go. But either or, I'm just going D, now C, now G, now D. Would be just as entertaining and require the same amount of focus. We got this one with longer changes on purpose, where it's really repetitive. And there you go.